What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and welcome to Rantings of a Fangirl. In this episode, I am ranting about Boneshaker by, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name, Sherry Priest. I have no idea if that's how you say that name. If I said it wrong, I apologize. So I finished this book and immediately started ranting about it. There is a little bit of background noise, but hey, I think that just adds to its charm. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my rant. So, I never saw the new Terminator movie, but I heard a lot about it. I heard it was one of those movies where you just kind of have to turn your brain off and try not to think too hard about the rules, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense and nothing really connects. That's kind of the impression that I got from the Boneshaker. I found myself a lot of times trying to remember, like, why the characters were doing what they were doing and, like, where exactly they were. I just, it was never really, like, explained. I still really don't know why Zeke felt he needed to go into the city, and I don't really know, like, why a lot of the characters were, like, doing what they was just kind of robotic. Like, the only person that I really got any, like, drive from was Briar, but even then, I didn't really relate with Briar, and she still seemed kind of robotic, because she was very one note. I want my son back, like, that's it, like, the whole time. Other than that, I mean, it was okay. I don't really have much to say about it. It was just sort of, I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't love it, and I really wouldn't recommend it to anybody, because it's very, like, I don't know the word for it. It's very uneventful. Like, it just, like, didn't matter. It's like if I had read it or if I hadn't read it, it didn't make any difference. It didn't do anything for me. That being said, it's not a bad book. It had its moments. I totally saw the ending coming. I kind of already knew all that was going to happen. I still have no idea exactly why anything happened, though. It's just like, it was kind of just like, this is my idea, and I want to write a story about it, but I don't really know how to get it started, so we're just gonna go and just try not to think about it. It's like, why does magic happen? Because magic. It's kind of like that. So, it was kind of very, like, it wasn't very satisfying, I guess. But that being said, I did want to read it, and I did read it, but, it's like, it just, like, makes no difference whether I read it or not. It's like, I don't even care. And it was kind of interesting. I've never really read, like, a Western before. Like, it was a steampunk Western. And I don't know, maybe that's why I had problems, because I'm not really, like, a Western type person. But, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of out of my realm of normal genres. 'Cause, I mean, the main character was older than I normally read, and it was different kind of genre. I don't normally read Westerns. And another thing, I don't know why they felt the need to change the point of view between Briar and Zeke, because honestly, nothing ever happened in Zeke's perspective. Like, we meet, like, one character of consequence in Zeke's perspective, because the other one, like, disappeared and then just came back to, like, die for no reason. And I was just like, oh, well, okay then. His chapters didn't matter, especially because I got nothing from him. Like, there was no character development. Like, he was almost just there to expand the world, but the world was it wasn't very well built, so it was hard for me to imagine it anyway. So just them trying to throw in more details just kind of made it more confusing. So I think maybe if it had only been told from Briar's perspective, that would have helped. But I don't know. I mean, it was a very odd concept. I feel like this might do good as, like, a TV show or maybe a movie, because Honestly, when you take a book and you turn it into a movie, you take so many things out of it that, you get a really crappy movie. Well, that's kind of how this book was. It was kind of just like, oh, that wasn't really well explained. Like, if any of you have seen The City of Embers, where they just kind of gloss over things and there's lots of transitions and you're like, wait, what's happening now? It's kind of like that. Like, it just didn't really connect. So, overall, I think this book kind of deserves a 3. I don't really have the heart to give it anything lower because it wasn't a bad book, but it certainly wasn't a great book. And I mean, one thing that I can't stand more than anything is when it just completely makes you have no emotion about it. Like, something should sway you. Like, it should make you feel something, even if it makes you hate it. Like, with The Dead and the Gone, not The Dead and the Gone, with whatever that other book I just read. I was really angry, and that was good. That was good on the writer's behalf because it provoked an emotion from me. This book provoked no emotion. I feel nothing for this book. I felt nothing for the characters. And, I mean, I feel very detached. So it's kind of, like a TV show that you, casually, like Pretty Little Liars right now, It's just very detached. Don't really know what's going on, but, it's not bad. So, not the best. Definitely wouldn't recommend it unless, it just seems really awesome. I mean, who knows? I'm sure there are people out there that this is exactly their cup of tea and this is exactly what they want. But, I mean, didn't do anything for me, so definitely not sad to see it go.